Hello and welcome to another episode of Nubian Kingz 144 channel. I'm your host, Armony Sage, and today is just a little short video. We're going to be showing you basically a glimpse into the future of robotics. Well, I shouldn't even say the future, it's actually the present, because what you're about to see has now been deployed in the streets of New York. It's officially been deployed, and these two robots are actually active. So these are the first set of androids that are actually active from last week within the country, and they are being tested. So they are on a test period, but I'm sure that they're working fine, and they actually. One of them is like a dog-shaped one. The other one is like a rocket sort of such-shaped one. And the dog one patrols all the streets, all the back roads, every single road it patrols. And it's basically looking for crime being committed within the streets. So it's looking for crime, and it's very acrobatic. It can move like a dog. It can get to almost pretty much anywhere it wants to go. It can go. If it can climb up it, if it's able to get it can go to it. Anywhere we can go, it can go as well. And it will be looking for crime on the streets, and it will report any crimes it sees. It will just report them. So you'll find that people will just be commit a crime, and they wouldn't even know that they're being watched, and then suddenly the police will just turn up now. So that's the first robot. Then the other rocket-shaped robot actually has the ability to scan buildings, to scan people for weapons. So it's going to be scanning people for weapons, for illegal items such as drugs. It can actually scan whether you got cannabis or what type of drug you got on you walking down the street. If you have guns on you walking down the street, it can tell what gun you got. It can even scan into homes. So this robot can actually scan through a building, the whole building, and see what weapons are in the building, what drugs are in the building. So there's going to be a lot of raids going on as well. People are going to find that their house is being raided, and they didn't even know they was being watched. And this thing can scan the building in under a minute. It can scan the whole building in a minute. Literally everything, that all the drugs that are in the building, all the guns that are in the building, and it will be scanning people on the street for drugs and guns. So there's going to be a lot of arrests. So I do know that they have built a few prisons across the world. They've increased the amount of prisons because they're expecting to get a lot of prisoners within their cells due to these new androids being deployed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, in some ways these two robots here, I'm not really that against them, because there is a lot of murders being committed at the moment. And there is a lot of drugs on our streets messing up our community and destroying people's lives. So guns destroy people's lives and drugs destroy people's lives. So I'm against those two things. So I don't really have no problem with these robots doing their job for that. In fact, I welcome it, because it will bring a state of peace to the community, and will hopefully get a lot of these people off the streets that are killing people, innocent people, and selling drugs to people's kids and getting them hooked on drugs and all that stuff. So I don't really have no sympathy for those people that get arrested for those crimes there, because the upper class members of the black community, we want them off the streets as well. We don't want them in our neighborhoods, because they're destroying our neighborhoods, those people, and making it a misery for us to live where we are. So we're grateful for that. But obviously, if people are just stealing food to eat for themselves, then Obviously, I'm not going to be up for that. Like, I don't believe that people should be arrested for stealing food. That should be dealt personally between you and the vendor. And so I do have my limits, and I'm wondering whether the robots are going to have a sense of empathy or sympathy, or how they're going to make their judgments, and whether they have enough data to make their judgments accurately. So it's going to be very interesting to know and find out the limits of these robots, and what their empathy is going to be like, and what their judgment is going to be like, because they're going to be very accurate, and they're going to be very accurate reading. So I'm wondering if they're going to have to write some new laws, because they're going to have to write laws that basically value the opinion and data of an android. Because if an android is giving evidence against you, you have to create laws in order to make that android or robot's evidence legitimate. Because as it stands right now, they hold no power. Their opinion will hold no power. So there's going to be some new laws being made, and there's going to be a lot of adjustments being done, and it's going to get to the point where there is going to be a lot of arrests being made, and a lot of people having a lot of difficulties in the future due to these robots. But I think if they keep it at a healthy level, and they don't start building robots that have the ability to kill people, or have the ability to fire a gun and deploy them into the streets, then maybe things will be okay. I think that the ability to kill should always be left to a human to decide, because we have greater empathy than robots and machines. So that right should be left for us. Robots shouldn't be able to be given that right, and if they do give them that right, then there's going to be a lot of problems, man. I think people will just beat these robots to death and start firing on them. So there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff happening. You might see people just firing on robots, or even just taking them and reprogramming them to do criminal activities, and they could be walking down the street looking for criminal activities, and people might not know. So there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff happening in the future, and the future is going to be very technical. There's going to be a lot of technology in the future, a lot of cybercrime, and there's going to be some handy upgrades. I'm looking forward to the upgrades, because I may have to get some body upgrades, man. I'm not going to be reluctant to get upgrades. If they do enhancements, I am going to get some body enhancements. If they do things like that in the future, I will get some enhancements. And I know this shit is going to be expensive, and I know it's going to be bloody, and there's going to be a lot of twisted dark surgeons coming out of the woodworks. So yeah, man, this is one to look out for. So without further ado, we're going to let you take a look at this video. It's just a short clip, so you can see that they have actually deployed these robots, androids, into the community.
Today, we are announcing 3 new policing technologies in New York City. The K5 autonomous security robot, the Spot Digidog robot, and the Star Chase GPS attachment system. Our job is to fight crime and keep people safe. And these tools are significant steps forward in that vital mission.
We are here to get stuff done. #GSP.
Today, we are announcing 3 new policing technologies in New York City. The K5 autonomous security robot, the Spot Digidog robot, and the Star Chase GPS attachment system. Our job is to fight crime and keep people safe. And these tools are significant steps forward in that vital mission.
We are here to get stuff done. #GSP.
Today, we are announcing 3 new policing technologies in New York City. The K5 autonomous security robot, the Spot Digidog robot, and the Star Chase GPS attachment system. Our job is to fight crime and keep people safe. And these tools are significant steps forward in that vital mission.
We are here to get stuff done. Hashtag GSP.
Hello, and you was watching Nubian Kingz 144 channel. I'm your host, Harmony Sage. Did you see the robots, the androids? What's your opinion? What did you think about them? Do you think that it's a good idea to have these robots, or do you think it's a bad idea? What is going to be the future, moving into the future for our civilization? And will there be more robots coming in the future? I'm pretty sure there will be. Things are going to get very interesting, and they may take a dark turn for the worse. But this has all been premeditated, and it's been guided into this process, so none of this surprises me at all. So yeah, man. But if you like the video, give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and goodbye.